Mike iRacing. Good afternoon, everybody. We are here once again with the PSCRL Truck Series League. And we've got a little bit of a situation with our overlay that we have. A little bit of issues there on their end tonight for the first time. So we'll let them deal with it as we get to some great racing here tonight. Watching some trucks around here at Auto Club. Great race going to be happening tonight, but first off, it's Jay in the booth. Jay, how are you?
Oh man, we are here at Auto Club. Just fantastic racing on deck here tonight. We're going to see 3, even 4 wide racing here out of the best iRacers in the business. I can't wait. I'm ready for the green flag here and see who conquers Auto Club. One of the last, track that no longer exists in IRL. So rest in peace, Auto Club. And we get to come and enjoy it here on a Saturday night with you guys. So I'm super happy for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, yeah, does not exist anymore. But we get the opportunity here in iRacing to come in and have some fun with one of the greatest tracks that we ever got to witness. Ever. Really. So, well, with that being said, you guys unfortunately won't be able to have any HUD. You guys won't be able to get that live timing that you guys would normally get on a race weekend. But Jay and I here, we're going to do our best. Okay, so just bear with us a little bit as we go through this. But thank you guys for coming on, even through a little bit of struggles that we have. So right now, we are in qualifying. Nathan Brookover does go out and pull the fastest lap in practice. But real quick, I'm going to hand it off to Jay here for a little bit of track facts.
Yes, today here at Auto Club Speedway, it's a 2-mile track located outside of Fontana, California. It's got 14 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, as well as 11 degrees banking on the front stretch, with 3 degrees of banking on the back stretch.
There you guys have it. We've got also a pit speed of a pace speed of 70 miles an hour, pit road speed of 55. Also, all these guys do get one quick repair So they're going to have a chance to come back into this race after they might get caught up in a little bit of oopsies on track. So a little bit forgiving there here in the PSCRL Truck Series to let that happen, but nonetheless, lots of good content heading your guys' way right now on track. Though this is 3 times in a row your race winner, Mr. Matthew Wood, hitting the track.
Yeah, see if tonight he can hit that 4-peat back in that shiny silver truck that he ran at last week at the Chicago Street Course. See what he could do here in qualifying. Gotta be one of your hands down favorites here for tonight going into this race.
So the one little piece of HUD that we do have is what iRacing does give us. So coming through 3 and 4, we will watch Mr. Wood come out and head towards the start-finish line. But as he crosses the start-finish line, we can pull up that HUD that iRacing does give us and give you guys a little bit of a snapshot of what's going on here. Right now, Noah Blackwell is up on top of the leaderboard. Matthew Wood going P5 at the moment with a 40.357. Noah Blackwell has completed his run so far. Right now, Josh Kreider on track, and he is just starting his qualifying run. So we'll watch him here for a little bit, see if we can catch anything that is out of the blue here. Try and see if he can get to the top spot. As you can see him, he gets a little loose off of turn 2.
Yeah, back behind the wheel of this mighty fast 5 truck, barreling down this real bumpy, long straightaway down here into turn 3. He's going to take it all the way down to the bottom. See if he can put down the fastest lap here in qualifying as he heads off of turn 4 now.
Yeah, we've seen this 5 truck really fast week in and week out. Maybe getting caught up in a little bit of bad luck, as we would say, not being able to get the finishes really that he would like, other than that Talladega race. He did a P3 there, P2 there, and getting caught up in a little bit of a wreck at the start-finish line to end that race. But coming off of turn 2 now, we're going to see if he can put up a good time for the race tonight.
Yeah, back down the back straightaway again. Real bumpy back there. We could see a little upset race cars going down that backstretch here. A lot of opportunities to get a good run down the backstretch into turn 3. Maybe a lot of opportunities there for 3-4 wide racing. A lot of action here in store tonight with these guys.
It looks like Josh was able to put in a lap time good enough for P17. Right now, you can see your top 10. Noah Blackwell starting on pole. Congratulations to him. But we're going to go to our Grand Marshal real quick before we go into this.
Hi, I'm Lonnie Crow, your Grand Marshal for tonight's race. Looking for some more exciting racing tonight. All the racing we've seen so far has been great. So, gentlemen, start those engines and let's go racing, guys.
Right back into the race broadcast we go. Noah Blackwell again on pole tonight with a 40.282 in the number 88 car, with Jordan Hand starting P2 in the number 3. Chris Stange starting P3 tonight, number 29, with Dylan Carrier starting P4.
Yeah, and we have Matthew Wood in that 16 truck starting their P5, with Nathan Williams in the 13 starting P6.
Starting P7 tonight, that's Brian Underwood with Matthew Leiter on the outside of him in P8.
Starting P9, that's Nathan Brookover in the 27 truck, with Danny White in the 79 truck starting P10 here tonight at Auto Club.
There you have your top 10. We're going to be able to watch the 88 and the 3 roll off tonight. Real quick, though, let's go into our picks for tonight. Jay, I'll let you go first. Who do you got?
Oh, man, I am taking the 29 truck of Christopher Stange. He's been on the verge of claiming a victory this season, multiple runner-up finishes. I think tonight is the night he improves one position and puts that thing in victory lane at the end of the evening.
Yeah, that is an absolutely great choice right there. You know, looking at all these names right here, I'm going to go with the 27 tonight. Nathan Brookover, historically a great racer here at Auto Club. I'm going to go with the luck here tonight with the 27. Nathan Brookover going to be getting it done here with the PSCRL Truck Series. Hitting the track now. And we'll be able to watch these guys battle it out for 100 laps here tonight. But right now, all eyes on Noah Blackwell, the number 88 PSCRL truck. Going to be leading this field to green.
Oh boy, the best iRacers in the business lined up side by side, ready for the initial start of this race. We are in for a doozy here tonight. Really exciting, intense racing, 3-4 wide here at one of the most awesome tracks to no longer exist on planet Earth. And we're going to be seeing them go green this time by.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get your snacks lined up, your drinks ready to go. It's going to be a good one here tonight. You're not going to want to miss this action for any refills of drinks or snacks. Blackwell in the number 88 truck, ready to lead this field to green. Lights off on the pace truck. We will be going green flag racing. And into the restart zone they go. Noah Blackwell on the inside. Jordan Hand on the outside. The green flag out in the air, and the 88 gets a decent jump over the 3 truck as they now roar down the front straightaway and into turn 1. Chris Dange giving a great push to the 88 as now he looks to the inside. We're almost 3 wide through turns 1 and 2 to start this race. Noah Blackwell, though, taking it to the outside and making it work. Matthew Wood giving the 29 a big push off of turn 2, and the 54's around in the wall. That's Jordan Hand back there as well. They're still in the wall.
Big accident here. Jordan Hand and Carrier. Maybe he got a little bit of a right hook situation there off of turn 2.
Doesn't look like a lot of damage for these guys at the moment. It's the 3 truck there in the picture right now getting a little bit of right side damage, as you can see on that truck. A terrible situation for him as he's had a great start. And it maybe possibly looks like caution is not out.
Wow, we're still green flag racing here down the backstretch. He's got a whole field of these cars as now Wood is pushing Blackwell. That's for the lead of this race. Now Stage is going to take it to the bottom here. We're looking nearly 3 wide. Here comes Williams on the outside. Put Wood in the middle here off of turn 4. It's real tight as Wood's going to hold on to that position off of turn 4.
Coming across the start-finish line now, Noah Blackwell still leading this pack. As you can see them almost getting single file there. Chris Dange coming under attack, but that's Brian Underwood right there on the outside. He's going to rip the wall, it almost seems like, as we've got a almost position change for the lead. That's the 13 of Williams down there trying to make something happen. Not going to be able to make it happen. Chris Dange now looking to the inside of the 13 as they're going into turn 3 now to the inside, making that position happen. The 29 back up to P4 as he's now trying to battle Underwood off of turn 4. Not going to happen. The 29 pulls right in front of the 13. Coming across the start-finish line now, Noah Blackwell still leading this race.
We are side by side there for P2 for a second, but Underwood's going to go back to the outside here behind Wood. Wood's going to draw right up to the bumper of the 88 of Blackwell. Now we're looking at 3 wide. Oh my goodness, we're going to go 3 wide here off of turn 2. Looks like we're going to stay side by side. Blackwell's going to throw a block on Underwood. He's going to defend that outside line as Underwood had a huge run. Wood's going to close the door on the 29 of Stage here down the backstretch. Heading into turn 3, Stage is going to dive it in deep down into the bottom. We're looking at 3 wide here off of turn 4.
Off of turn 4 now, Noah Blackwell throwing the block. Underwood throwing the block on Wood. Unbelievable. These guys haven't wrecked yet. Noah Blackwell coming under attack from the outside. Maybe Chris Dange going to pull to the inside here in turn 1. Watch that 29 truck as he gets real loose. Coming into the corner. He's going to have to hold still there in the middle now of the 88 and the 77 of Brian Underwood. Not going to make it happen this time by. Off of turn 2 now. We're having a drag race for the lead. Brian Underwood in the 77 now. Out front and leading this race.
Underwood to the front of the field here is now Nathan Williams going to send it in on the bottom. We're looking at nearly 3 wide again. These guys are just duking it out here at the beginning of this race as now it looks like the 13 car is going to play a little defensive. A little squirrely there off of 4. Here comes Stange back on the outside. Here comes Jordan Kreider in the 69. He's trying to put his nose up here in the front of the field. As now Blackwell trying to pursue back here at Underwood as he's losing maybe a little bit of time as now Stage is going to send it in here into turn 1.
Stange on the outside, ripping the wall like Underwood was doing just a couple laps ago, and he gets in the wall! The 16 car of Wood had to avoid, now all over the rear bumper of the 29, maybe trying to give him a little bit of a push there. Going into turn 3 now, it's the 13. Oh, the double zero! He gets it to the 29! He's sideways, he saves it! Unbelievable! Look at that! The 00 is still sideways. He saves it. The 16's in the wall. We're 3 wide. These guys are still door banging. There goes the 16 into the grass. Unbelievable. The 30.
Contact with Kenny. Oh, Kenny nearly made. How did he save that? He didn't even make wall contact with the inside wall. Unbelievable there by the 30 of Kenny. But we're going to continue on green again after another incident here. Unbelievable. Your 3-time winner in a row is now having some issues early as Underwood continues to lead us. That's going to create some separation here at the front of the field.
We got a yellow.
As these guys are stringing out. Oh, we do got a yellow.
Wow. There was so much that happened there through 3 and 4 and off of 4, down the front straightaway into turn 2. Unbelievable what we just witnessed.
Yeah, I can't believe that the 30 truck at Kenny didn't make contact with that inside wall. That was unbelievable. He was dead sideways through the grass and got that thing righted. May have made a little contact, but he doesn't have a ton of damage, so we'll see what he can do to recover, whether he uses that quick repair or not. Unbelievable racing here at the start.
Absolutely. All right, let's go back and look at this. You guys are going to have to bear with us here as we do not have our HUD system, but you can see here already. There's the door banging with the 6 and the 16 up on top. The 16 comes down across the 00 into the 30 truck, sliding through the grass. Look at that driving talent.
iRacing top 10 move of the week. Look at that. Just barely kisses the inside wall with the left rear. Unbelievable. And he's still wheeling it. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable.
Whoa.
Jason Kenny, the wheelman.
Look at that. He's still saving it. What a save, really. That could have ended up way worse than what his truck currently condition is right now. That is just a great drive so far to keep that thing straight. Let's go back and go on board with the 00 as we continue to look at this. We'll go to a cockpit view here, coming off of turn 4. All the action happening in front of him. Looks like the 16 just checked up just a little bit.
Yeah, not much that the 00 of Lighter could do there. Just ran out of room, got real tight with the little checkup situation. It's unfortunate there for Matthew Wood. Was looking pretty good there early till a little bit of trouble set him back. And then gets wrapped up into this one.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go back live now to these guys and see how everybody is doing as we continue on with this race. So far, we do have, let's see, 9 laps completed with these guys. So nobody seems to have pitted this caution.
Yeah, those stage points are going to be very, very important. If you got the track position, you're probably going to want to keep that track position at the moment. So it looks like Underwood is still leading. Blackwell P2, Williams P3, Jordan Kreider P4, Joshua Kreider P5 right now. As it looks like Joshua Kreider might be pitting here. Oh, a little bit of fake out move there by the 13 of Williams. Joshua Kreider is still on track. Did not make a pit stop. Nobody's made a pit stop yet here.
Maybe not as surprising as what we may think. There is a lot of drafting that goes into the involvement of racing around this track. So, you know, it's probably the right call to stay out here, especially with the amount of tires that these guys have. Not a lot coming around here. 100 laps here tonight, though. It's going to be who could really save their stuff the most? Who can get the clean air the most? Not try to get not try to get that draft. Not try to get those tires too warm.
Yeah, that's a good point you bring up there, Tom. I want to go through the chat real quick before we go back green. We got Tanja in the chat, says good luck, everybody. Natalie Underwood says, good luck, Daddy. Jordan C. and Josh C2. And then TW says, let's go, Nathan Williams. And it looks like the lights are out on the pace truck here, Tom. You know what that means.
Ladies and gentlemen, green flag racing this time by. We're going to be able to watch the 88, the 77 go at it once again here on the front row. But Brian Underwood is going to have the honors of leading this field to green here tonight. His first time. He's got some good pushers behind him. That's 69 of Jordan Kreider. And the 13 of Nathan Williams behind Blackwell there. I'm going to be able to see what the outside lane can do and the inside lane can do, as now the pace truck pulls off the racing surface and control goes to the 77 truck. Coming into the restart zone now, the green flag is out in the air, and the 77 gets just a phenomenal jump. Coming across the start finish line now, almost the 69 is going to clear the 88. He does, going into turn 1 now. Jordan Kreider trying to make that 69 truck as relevant as possible throughout this race, up to P2 now, off of turn 2. He's getting a little bit of challenge now by Nathan Williams in the 13. Coming down the back straightaway now, it's going to be a drag race for P2.
Yeah, not the restart that Noah Blackwell wanted, but now he's shoving the 69 and Kreider deep down here into turn 3. Can he get him pushed to the front of the field? Is now Williams, he's got a lot of run here on the inside. Can he clear the 69 off of 4? He does, barely. As now it looks like Blackwell's gonna go side by side here. He's gonna try and push the 69 and Kreider again here into turn 1.
Almost a 3-wide situation we have here. We do now, going into turn 1. Contact made by the 69 and 25. They straighten it out, still 3 wide, coming through turns 1 and 2 now. Off the exit, the 13 prevails to P2, and the 88's right behind him. He's going to take over P3. Going into turn 3 now, after this long back straightaway, long bumpy back straightaway, the 88 finds himself back onto the podium position, and Jordan Kreider back here now. He's side by side for P4 off of turn 4.
Yes, it now looks like Joshua Kreider's going to push the 25 of Connolly here on the bottom. He abandoned the 69, his brother, up on the outside. And now here comes Stage. He's trying to get his way back in there. Look at that move there by Kreider. Unbelievable. Cleared his brother going into turn 1. He's going to hang it up on the outside. Here comes Jordan Kreider back on the outside. Stage is trying to get to the inside of Joshua Kreider. This is unbelievable. Here comes Burbage. Where did he come from? He's to the inside of Jordan Kreider down the back.
Lots of great racing happening already. The 5 truck of Josh Kreider trying to make something happen now. It looks like he does have a lot of speed, finding himself in the top 5 at the moment. Chris Stange, though, all over his rear bumper, also trying to make something happen. Got a little tight off of turn 4, doesn't have the speed. This 77, though, still out front. We're looking single file here for a good majority of this run, as Grayson Lucas and Leiter now, they're going at it for this position.
Yeah, side by side here between Lucas and Leiter. Lucas coming off a P3 finish last week. He's going to try and get to the outside of Leiter here as Leiter's trying to make that inside line work. As you see these guys swerving down the backstretch, trying to break some draft here as everybody's right here trying to play a little cat and mouse and see where they want to go. But here comes Connolly to the inside of Blackwell now. Blackwell leaves him some bottom open. Here comes Williams. He's going to try and clear Blackwell off a 4, and they're all going to try and go back single file here and get that draft here down the front.
This draft is particularly strong down the front straightaways, but in the corners you want to avoid it as much as you can to try to not overheat your tires as much. As you can see, the 13 following in line with the 77 out front as he is continuing on in P2. The 88 truck, watch him. He's going to get a run down the back straightaway here. Let's see what he does with it. Oh, the 5 truck, Josh Kreider in the wall. Just a little skim there coming down the back straightaway into turn 3 now. The 88 might be looking to the inside of the 13. No, the 13 shuts the door. No, sir, not this corner. Off of turn 4 now. Nathan Williams, though, still out front, holding strong in P2.
Yeah, real defensive move there by the 13 of Williams. He wants the 88 to push him. He wants some help here. He didn't want to get overtaken, as now he's going to go to the outside. Blackwell's going to follow him in and follow right in his tire tracks as they draw right up to the bumper of the 77 of Underwood. Underwood's car's looking really good right now. He's able to take that truck wherever he wants it. As Stage gets right up to the bumper, Kreider gives him a shove down the back. Oh, Kreider's going to throw a block on Stage on the outside. Stage is trying to find a way around. Does he take it to the inside? He does. We're going to go side by side down here into 3.
Into 3 now. The 29 does take that position, but here comes Josh Kreider with the crossover off of turn 4. He's going to be underneath the 29, and it looks like he's going to have all the help in the world with the 2-car of Landon Burbridge. What a great move that was just ran right there. Landon Burbridge making all of the gains there from that move that the 5 truck made, and finds himself +1 position right now. But the 29, he's going to try to come back for a little bit more fighting action, as now he does get overtaken by the 2-car off of turn 2. Coming down the back straightaway now. This battle's only heating up as we're going 3 wide now into turn 3 with the 6-0-0 and Gaston.
Look at Gaston on the inside, pulls a slider on the 6 of Lucas. He's going to make that happen. Lucas tried to get back to the inside off of 4, doesn't make it happen. This is incredible. Now Leiter is behind Danny White. Danny White's coming up to the front of the field now. As now Leiter's going to the inside, Danny White's looking to the outside of Jordan. Can he make it happen? He's going to send it in on the outside. Leiter on the inside, 3 wide here in 1 and 2. Unbelievable, as Danny White is on a charge right now through the field, trying to get around Jordan right now here off of turn 2.
Off of turn 2 now. This battle is good and heating up, but right now we do have a battle for P2. That's Nathan Williams and Noah Blackwell going at it. Williams getting a little help from Connolly from behind, but Connolly now ditches him as he's going to try to overtake him on the outside off of turn 4, and it looks like the 25 is going to have a pretty decent run now. Coming down the front straightaway, the 25 on the outside, the 13 on the inside. Josh Kreider might be looking to make a move here now going into turn 1, but we're still side by side for P3 going through turns 1 and 2 now. It looks like the 25 is going to have a little bit more of a run on the outside. He does, and it looks like he's just going to clear the 13. He does. The 25, William Connolly, now up into P3.
Wow, Connolly hung it on his door and was able to clear the 13. Oh, a little bit of wall contact there, I believe, by the 13 going into turn 3. That's going to allow Kreider to maybe close that gap. But look at this mess back here. Unbelievable. Everybody's still duking it out here for position. Unbelievable. You got like 9 cars under a blanket. Danny White leading this pack. He's got Leiter looking to the outside, Jordan to the inside, Gaston's looking at it. Oh, we've got 4 wide. Oh my goodness, in a turn 1 3 wide action. As Leiter's to the inside of Danny White now.
Unbelievable what these guys are able to do in this pack. The 69 Jordan Kreider still stuck 3 wide off of turn 2. Gaston to the inside, Stage to the outside. He's the sandwich, he's the meat. He's trying to make something happen down the back straightaway with all the help in the world from Thomas Horvath in the 04. Now the 69 shoving it down way in the bottom. Wow, look how close this is. Thomas Horvath, the sandwich meat in this sandwich. Unbelievable, they hold it out. Here's the 16 all up in the wall. Matthew Wood trying to make the comeback story tonight in that number 16, and the caution flies. That is Stage.
There it is. There's your Stage caution. Brian Underwood's going to take the Stage win. Blackwell P3, Connolly P4, or P3, excuse me. Nathan Williams P4, Joshua Kreider P5 in the first stage. Unbelievable racing. Yep, let me catch my breath. Oh, wow.
Let's just take into appreciation what happened here, though. Chris Stange made it in the top 10 to grab some points for himself there at the very last possible second. What an incredible drive he's had to get those points tonight.
Yeah, unbelievable. With the amount of cars, the Hornet's Nest he was wrapped up in there, and he was still able to get that stage point at the end. That could mean the world here towards the championship battle at the end of this season. As we're going to bring the pace truck up. I see some pit stops here, Tom.
Yes, absolutely. This is where it's going to get exciting. I think you absolutely should take 4 tires here, but, you know, sometimes testing some things early in the race might prove beneficial towards the end of the race. Could we see some 2-tire pit stops?
That's exactly what I was thinking there, Tom. I was wondering maybe we see a little bit of strategy with how close these guys have been throughout this race. I mean, if you can stay in touch with the leader within a second or two and you pull 2-tire strategy and make it work, I mean, you might be looking like you're in the catbird seat. You might be looking like a genius here towards the end of this race.
Yeah,
here we are. I think we're going down pit road.
Absolutely. Look, if you can grab that clean air as well, that clean air means everything right now. So I just think that if you're going to test something, now is the time to do it.
Yes, now we're going to see Blackwell, who had the pole position here tonight. He's going to have that first pit stop. So we'll see when these guys dip down into their pit stops and see if we can judge and see who's going to have the fast stop and get off pit lane first here.
Brian Underwood with a great entrance to his pit box. Let's see if he can capitalize on that and stay out front. The 16 truck having a hard time. Danny White just going all the way down pit road like that. Brian Underwood, though, coming out on top. Look at Leiter in the 00. He come out P2.
Could that be your two tire strategy in play right there, Tom, with the double O of Leiter? Coming from P7 or P8 there at the end of the stage all the way up to P3. Blackwell also, he went back 2 positions, back to P4.
Maybe a little bit of a slow stop by the 88 as Nathan Williams does come out P5 and Josh Kreider P6. Jonathan Gaston P7. Thomas Horvath P8. Jordan Hand. Look at that. The 3 truck back into P9. Landon Burbridge. That's your top 10 at the moment. It's not going to show here. That's what you guys got right now. But Brian Underwood, your leader at the moment with William Connolly. They're going to be restarting this race. That's going to be your front row.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Connolly can do here on this restart. He's kind of been right there in that 3 through 6 spot all race long. He's had the pace. He's had this fast truck, made some really daring and brave moves. See what he can do now that he's going to have a front row starting spot here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what that 25 can do. Trying to battle for the lead. Look, I know we've beat this dead horse a lot, but clean air means everything, especially with these trucks and how they drive. So if you could get that clean air and keep that clean air out front, you're going to be sitting pretty out here, out in the front of this field.
Yeah, exactly. We saw how well Underwood was able to control this race once he got the lead. He was really maneuverable in his truck. He was able to take it to the bottom, the outside, could play defensive. He even had a little bit of a gap there where they couldn't even draft up to him to take the lead. So he is doing a phenomenal job. Let's see if he can get a good restart here. But the lights are out on the pace truck, Tom. You know what that means.
Green flag racing this time by. These guys ready to go back to the action here at Auto Club Speedway with the PSCRL Truck Series. These guys ready to duke it out once again. We are on lap 24, about to complete lap 24. Get on to lap 25. 75 laps to go here at Auto Club. And it starts now. Brian Underwood on the inside coming into the restart zone. Green flag out in the air, and he does get another great jump over the competitors that he has around him. He already clears P2 of William Connolly. William Connolly's got the 88 all over the rear bumper of that truck. The 00 of Matthew Leiter now to the inside of Connolly. He's going to look to take over that P2 position. Coming off of turn 2, he gets a little loose, grabs a little apron there. He's got to use as much track as he can to save that truck, but it looks like William Connolly's going to get a blessing here off of turn 2, down the back straightaway, and into turn 3 now, 3 wide.
Oh, here comes Kreider. He got shot out of a cannon. Josh Kreider to the inside, up to P2 now. As now Connolly's going to try and fight back on the outside. Leiter sideways. Oh, and he cracks in front of the field. They collects a bunch of them. I saw Williams go around. Unbelievable here off of turn 4.
I can't believe there was only like 3 trucks. Oh, Noah Blackwell is in it.
Wow. You're right, Tom. I can't believe that was only 3 trucks. He was right in front of the field. Unbelievable crash avoidance by everybody in the pack there. Wow.
Yeah, we got to rewind this one and really break down what happened here. Let's see. Especially to the 88. This just seems like something, 00. Oh, he gets into the 13. Looks like Gaston made a lot of contact with the 88 there, sliding through the infield now. Really only looks like, well, really 4 or 5 cars got involved in that, and that happened at the front of the pack. Unbelievable.
We should go on board with Leiter, because I think he saved that truck after that incident.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Let's go on board with Leiter. Woo!
He did save it. Unbelievable. Goodness gracious. Step aside, Jason King. We got a new wheel, man. That's Matthew Leiter here in the 00. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Well, we saw it here, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of close racing. Lots of mistakes, though, to be made. 00 getting a little loose off of turn 4 and causing a little bit of a stack up there. Getting some cars involved. Noah Blackwell being one of the most notable there. Grabbing pole for tonight. And then having a little bit of a slow pit stop. Putting him in a position that he didn't really want to be in. Now he finds himself with a little bit of damage to that number 88 truck here at Auto Club tonight. But we'll go back up to the front here. Jonathan Gasson, we saw him get a little bit of contact there. This truck looks fairly decent at the moment. And the 3 truck also sliding through the infield grass. And this truck looks pretty good at the moment. So keep an eye on these 2 trucks as that news develops. But look at this. Josh Kreider up into P2.
Yeah, what a drive here by Josh Kreider. Get himself all the way up to P2. He's been making some pretty bold, daring moves off of turn 2 down the backstretch. He's getting great runs off of 2. Able to use the draft down the backstretch. Been doing a lot of pushing, trying to get his line to move. Unbelievable, up to P2. He's going to have his chance here at Underwood on this restart. Something not a lot of other guys have been able to challenge Underwood tonight. Let's see if Joshua Kreider can do it as the light just went out on the pace truck.
And that means we're going green flag racing this time by. Once again, Brian Underwood out in front of the field. Going to be leading this field once again. When the pace truck comes off the racing surface, control will go to that 77 truck. And we'll be able to watch these guys go racing once again. Now coming off of turn 2. Is this Josh Kreider's time to turn up? Do we see Josh Kreider make a move on the 77 here, Jay?
Oh, man. You know, he was up in the booth with us last week having a good time, and you just knew he was itching to get back behind the wheel. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder to win here tonight, lock himself into the playoffs, and he's got a fast race car, aggressive driving style. I can see him getting it done here tonight, but that 77's really showing his strength, so we'll see what this restart has in store for us here at Auto Club, because we're going to get the green flag here shortly.
Absolutely. The action is only turning up from here, ladies and gentlemen, as now we're going to come off of turn 4, watch that pace truck come off the racing surface, and control go to Brian Underwood. We'll see if he gets another good restart here, as he's gotten some really good restarts here in the past, but in the restart zone they go now. The green flag is out in the air, and he gets another great restart over the 5 truck of Josh Kreider. William Connolly now is going to be battling for that P2 position as they go into turn 1, continuing to battling it out. In side by side now through turns 1 and 2. Josh Kreider up on the outside trying to make something happen here as he's going to get a little bit of a run down the back straightaway, a little bit of a draft as well as Underwood tries to break that draft. Coming down the back straightaway and into turn 3 now.
A little bit of a drag race down the back. Connolly was able to stay right there side by side with the 5 at Kreider. But look at Han. After the accident earlier, he's up here to P4. He's looking to the outside to push Kreider across the front stretch. This is unbelievable. Jordan Han coming out of absolutely nowhere. And then look behind him. There's Matthew Wood in the mix. Unbelievable here across the front stretch. Still side by side here into turn 1.
Now going into turn one, we're seeing all the heavy hitters back up front. Josh Kreider, Jordan Hand, the 16, the 25. Now Josh Kreider goes side by side with the 77. Down the back straightaway, a classic drag race ensues between these two drivers side by side. Going into turn three, and it looks like Josh Kreider does have the advantage on the outside. Here comes Jordan Hand to the outside of Underwood now. Off of turn four, the 3 truck is going to get a little help from Wood in the number 16. Coming down the front straightaway, the 5 truck is giving all the help to the 3 truck now. Going into turn one, it looks like Jordan Hand does grab P2.
Wow, oh my goodness, Jordan Hand sent it in here to turn one, got side by side for a second. He's going to be able to carry that momentum here off at turn two, as now Wood's going to try and push him maybe down the backstretch, as now Kreider goes to the bottom to defend the 77 of Underwood. This is unbelievable. We're side by side, multi-rows back, Hand on the outside, Kreider on the inside. Still 3, 6, 8 cars under a blanket here. Unbelievable. Still side by side here off at turn four. Hand's trying to make it work on the outside. Can he get the momentum? Can he take the lead here?
Coming into the restart zone and across the start-finish line, it does look like Jordan Hand. He does lead that lap. What a great run on the outside as he's getting all the help in the world from the 16 truck of Matthew Wood. Noah Blackwell. Is that Noah Blackwell? That's Dylan Carrier. Now there in the 54, trying to maybe take it 3 wide. Yes, he is. Off of turn 2, we're 3 wide for P3 at the moment. Unbelievable. The 3 truck on the outside, grabbing help from the 54. The 5 truck, trying to garner some support from the 77. Not going to happen. 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Off of turn 4, it's going to be a drag race to the line.
Wow, Dylan Carrier too, looking like he's trying to take the lead of the race now. He's to the outside of Hand. This outside line has just been so strong here in this running. As now Carrier's going to clear him here into turn one. New leader here. As now look at Underwood, got a big run here on the inside. He's going to clear them all and trying to get side by side with Carrier off of turn 2. Oh, is he going to get a little tight? He's not going to be able to stay side by side. Carrier to point of the race now. As now it looks like the 77 of Underwood is going to try to garner a little support here from Connolly into turn 3. As now Hand's going to take it back to the bottom.
Hand to the inside of William Connolly at the moment as battling does ensue at the back of this pack. Connolly prevailing right now in P3. Jordan Hand coming a little under attack by the 5 truck of Josh Kreider. These guys all fanning out down the front straightaway and trying to get back single file going into turn 1 as they do. Dylan Carrier still ripping that outside wall in P1 as Brian Underwood goes all the way down to the bottom with a lot of support from his peers behind him. We got cars in the wall in the back. Landon Burbridge, Jason Kinney, Grayson Lucas all in the wall back here off of turn 2.
Wow, a lot of wall contact. Looks like maybe Hand might have grabbed some wall going into 3 here as well, but now Underwood still wrapping the bottom, trying to find that pace. Carrier still hanging up on the outside, making some time up there, making some speed, but now Underwood might be side by side here across the line. He's looking to challenge. No, he's going to fall back in line going into turn 1, go to the outside. He's going to try and follow in the tire tracks here of Carrier into turn 1 as everybody's single filing out. Now this is where it becomes a drafting problem. We got to try and get away from each other in the corners and follow each other down the straight to get these massive runs here off of turn 2. We're still a single file line up on the outside, headed for turn 3 now.
Into turn 3, Dylan Carrier still at the point, coming under attack from Brian Underwood. You can see the different lines these trucks are taking. That's what's so great about this racetrack. You can go anywhere with this and still be competitive, and that is what we are seeing tonight. Dylan Carrier, though, prevailing with that outside lane at the moment, but Brian Underwood not falling far too back, running that inside lane. As you can now see it being switched up, Dylan Carrier going to the bottom at the moment. He might be realizing that these tires have got some heat to them, and they're getting a lot of tight right now off of these corners. Dylan Carrier, though, being the man in the position with clean air, everything that he needs, as now everybody seems to be going single file.
Yeah, Dylan Carrier doing exactly what Underwood was doing there in the first run before the stage caution. He got to the lead, and now he's doing a fantastic job defending from the lead. He's going to swerve a little bit here to try and break draft from the 77. The 77 is going to try and find a little bit of pace here, get right up to the rear bumper here of the 54 into turn 1. He's going to take it to the top. Connolly's looking to the bottom. He's committed to the bottom right now as Underwood's going to try and find some speed here on the outside following Carrier. Oh, Carrier got a little sideways off it too. Does that slow him down enough for Underwood to make a move? Underwood's going to just elect to push him down the back. These two are going to work together here into turn 3.
Now going into turn 3, William Connolly going down to the bottom, trying to get underneath Brian Wood. Not going to happen this time by off of turn 4. Now Underwood all the way back up to the top and blocking the 25. Still stuck behind the 54. He's going to have some sort of massive run to get around this lead truck right now as the 25 and 3 seem to maybe have been battling it out there. The 77 diving it real deep into turn 1, trying to make something happen here on the 54. He's got all the support in the world behind him with the 25 and Connolly. Now coming down the back straightaway, side by side, just for a second there as we got another battle here. We're 3 wide, almost there for a second. The 16 and the 5 now, side by side into turn 3.
Wow, is Matthew Wood continuing his resurgence back to the front of this field. Now he's trying to get to the outside of the 5 of Kreider here. He's going to be able to keep his nose up there on the outside, keep that outside line, keep Kreider pinned to the bottom. But look at Underwood. He's trying to get out of line there, looking maybe to the inside of the 54 of Carrier. Kreider's going to fall behind the 16 of Wood, and now Kenny's going to try and get down to the bottom. And multiple, look at this, 4 different lanes being used through 1 and 2.
Going back up to the front here now. Looks like Brian Underwood might have something for Dylan Carrier now. Coming down the back straightaway. Side by side. We're going to be seeing these guys duking it out in turn 3. He's got all the help in the world on the bottom. Brian Underwood does. On the outside, it's just Dylan Carrier. Dylan Carrier might be losing a little speed here. He does. He loses the lead position. Back to the front for Brian Underwood, leading this race once again.
You saw the run being developed and built by the 77 of Underwood. Just a super smart move and craftsmanship behind the wheel there by Underwood. But now look at Connolly trying to make the move on Carrier as well for P2. Does he clear him here off of turn 2? It's going to be tight. He does clear him off of turn 2. Unbelievable. Move Connolly up to P2. Oh, he's going to go and leave the outside line open for Carrier. Defend the inside with the hand. Maybe a little wall contact there by the 54 into turn 3, as now they're all going to migrate down to the bottom. Matthew Wood trying to get his nose up there too, as Jordan Hand to the inside of Carrier down the front stretch.
We may be seeing a change of times here where the outside lane has no more speed, as the inside lane is starting to prevail almost every corner now. Dylan Carrier being stuck on the outside. He's garnering a little support right now by the 16 and the 5, but on the front top 3 right now, that's the 77, 25, and 3. They're all running the inside line. Coming down the back straightaway now, the 3 truck got a little loose off of turn 2, and he's struggling now coming down the back straightaway. Here comes the 54 to the inside of the 3 truck. That's Jordan Hand. Now side by side through turns 3 and 4, off of turn 4 now. The 54 truck still trying to make something happen, and he cannot. The 3 truck still registered in P3 as a 54. Now comes under attack by the 16.
Yeah, Matthew Wood trying to get back to the front of the field. Oh, he was looking to the outside, got the door shut on him there by Carrier, as now he's going to go back to the outside. Carrier's going to try and go to the bottom lane now. He was losing positions up there on the outside, but now Wood's going to get a massive and Carrier's into the wall. Carrier into the wall. Now Wood's going to go to the inside and slow them both up. Now here comes Kreider on the outside. Unbelievable down the back stretch. Here comes Kreider.
Kreider to the outside of the 54, trying to make something happen here, trying to capitalize on other people's mistakes. He's still got a clean truck here, coming off of turn 4. He's going to make that pass on the 54. Now he sets his sights on P3 in the number 3 truck of Jordan Hand, as we're now side by side with the 16 and the 54 going into turn 1. The 16 to the inside, the 54 to the outside. Jason Kinney looking like he's about to lick his chops here as the 16 goes side by side with the 5 truck. Not going to be able to make anything happen now. Coming down the back straightaway, everybody seems to go single file, but here comes Dylan Carrier. He's to the inside of the 16. He's going to try to make something happen here going into turn 3.
Carrier gonna shove it in deep here onto the inside. Looks like that wall damage is not affecting the speed in this race truck, but now Matthew Wood is gonna maybe clear him. No! Carrier's gonna try to stay side by side. He's not gonna be able to, as now Matthew Wood is gonna move up to P5. Jason Kinney's now onto the rear bumper of Carrier. These guys are just duking it out here in California, trying to rotate the track. Now we're gonna go all to the outside line here into turns 1 and 2. Carrier just as high as he can get here to try and carry this momentum off at turn 2, as he made that wall contact there a couple laps ago.
Oh, we got
more
contact. Landon Burbridge in the wall back here battling with Chris Stange. These guys have been duking it out a lot on the restart, as you guys have been able to see on screen in the back here. As now we see Matthew Wood, though. He's still in P5. Trying to get back to the rear bumper of the 5 truck of Josh Kreider as these guys start playing games, draft games coming down the front and back straightaways. As you can see, the 3 truck trying to break draft from the 5 truck, and the 16 sucking up real close to the rear bumper of the 5 truck. Now going through turns 1 and 2. That's Wood on the outside trying to make something happen here. Let's see if he gets a run coming down the back straightaway. He does, to the outside of the 5 truck. Here comes Matthew Wood into P4.
Yeah, as we're side by side, it looks like Kreider's going to forgo that position, put Matthew Wood past him now. He's going to have his eyes set on P3, which is the 3 truck of Hand. Carrier's back in the mix again. He's still duking it out here with the 5 truck off at turn 4. He's not going to be able to make that move, as he's going to follow right behind Kreider. Kreider's going to go to the bottom. Carrier's going to go to the bottom. They're all using multiple lines here, trying to find pace, trying to find that draft. As now Carrier's going to send it in here on the inside. Can he make it side-by-side action here with the 5? Maybe clear him here off of turn 2. It's going to be real tight. It looks like Kreider's going to be able to continue to carry that momentum past Carrier down the back.
Right now, everybody, we are on lap 46 of 100, almost halfway as we continue to duke it out with these drivers. Again, apologies, we do not have our SDK running, no live timing right now. We've got a little bit of issues on their end, but we are trying our best right now, trying to give you guys a great product. Now, Matthew Wood to the inside of Jordan Hand. He's going to take over that P3 position. Back up to the front here. William Connolly might be looking to the inside of Brian Underwood, as he's been leading the majority of this race. But look no further. Here comes the 16 on the outside. He's going to be there in no time. Watch this 16 car as he comes down the back straightaway.
Yeah, it's the 16 now up to P3. Now he's on the mission right now. He had that incident early in this race, and now he's on his climb back to the front as Connolly and Underwood are continuing to lead. Underwood is just doing a masterful job controlling the lead, but this 16 truck is flying. This guy might be in contention here for the lead here in the next couple laps at the pace he is rolling right now. He is unstoppable. He's trying to go 4 in a row here in the PSCR Truck Series. He takes it to the outside, seeking the number 25 of Connolly here off of turn 2.
Off of turn 2 now, we're going to watch this 16 continue on his quest to the front as we go back here. A lot of good battling that's happening. Jason Kinney, Bryant Lucas, and Chris Stange back here. Thomas Horvath now coming under attack a little bit by Landon Burbridge here, as you can still see the multiple lanes being used throughout this track. Where else do you see this at a racetrack? It's such a shame this track is now gone forever from existence, but man, what a pleasure it is to be able to watch it here tonight with the PSCRL guys as the battle continues to rage on. Looks like we might have a little bit of a side-by-side battle here. Connolly to the inside of Underwood, not going to materialize here though, coming on down the back straightaway. The 16 truck though, he might have a run to make something happen here going into turn 3.
Yeah, as Connolly, if he took any notes there from Underwood on that, how Underwood was able to take the lead from Carrier, Underwood set this pass up multiple laps ahead of time, was finding a way to get the momentum off of turn 4, be able to get a good enough draft and follow into turn 1, and then he was able to use that momentum down the back. Let's see if Connolly can use the help and the momentum of the 16 behind him to do the same thing Underwood did. As now you got your top 4 under a blanket, you're all up on the outside line, as Matthew Wood's looking even higher than the 25. Connolly diamonding the corner here through 1 and 2, trying to maybe get underneath the 77. He's not going to be able to. We're going to all go single file again. You're down the backstretch.
Absolutely. Tanya makes a great point in the chat. Low fuel makes the truck push just a little bit more. Absolutely. As we see this run develop, you'll see a little bit more of that happening. A lot more push off the corner. As you can see, Underwood still having some pretty good turning performance out of that truck right now, as other cars may be struggling at the moment. William Connolly might be one of those guys as he now shoves it deep to the inside of Brian Underwood into turn 1. He's going to try to get a quarter panel on him, and it's not going to work this time by. Watch that 16 truck ripping the outside lane. He is going to get a little bit of a run here. Let's see if anything materializes now going into turn 3, as he does suck up to the rear bumper just a little bit more than he did last lap. Going into turn 3 now, William Connolly sucking it all the way down to the bottom here. Let's see if he can make anything happen coming off of turn 4. The 16's coming into pit. Wood now coming into pit. That's the 54 of Carrier, the 6 of Lucas. Everybody.
Yeah, mass pit stops are beginning. The undercut strategy is here. Matthew Wood is going to lead them down pit lane. Let's see how these guys can execute and blend back on track with your race leaders, as we got a mass pit stop here. Here comes Kenny hitting pit lane. There's Farrell Robbins. Oh, is that Danny White around? No, it's Leiter. Leiter making contact on pit entrance. That's not what he wanted here.
Unbelievable, really, that you find yourself in a position like that. But right now you can see Brian Underwood now coming off of turn 4. He's going to come into pit. That's a good call. I was just going to make a comment that the first person down pit road, that's who you want to be. You're going to make that undercut work really well. As you can see, the 5 truck, Josh Kreider, really rolling that thing up, or trying to at least. Just try to get it down onto pit road. That's your cars down pit road right now. As we'll try to find your leader here right now. As maybe it's Noah Blackwell? No, it's Michael McDonald. He is your leader right now.
Yeah, Michael McDonald in the 15 truck. He is out here up front. Let's see if he makes his pit stop this time by. As you see, he's going by the guys that just finished their pit stop. That's Lucas. He's blending back in. Michael McDonald maybe looking like he's going to hit pit lane here. He is. That's going to bring him down pit lane.
Here it is. Gaston now down pit lane as well. Here comes Danny White. That seems to be your top 3 at the moment. Nathan Williams is your next guy. He still has not pitted, so he's still staying out on track right now in the 13 as he goes through turns 1 and 2. Look who's next, though. That's Brian Underwood, William Connolly, Jordan Hand, Josh Kreider. These guys are... or at least the 13 truck, trying to make this thing stretch. Try to get a little bit of better tire run at the end of next run. Try to make himself relevant more towards the end of the race.
Yeah, that is surprising. The guys that did the undercut strategy actually lost time to the guys that pitted a lap later. Unbelievable. Maybe the poor or not as efficient execution on pit lane as those other guys. As they are all, okay, Matthew Wood is blend back in front of Chris Stage and Underwood. Okay, so Matthew Wood would be your relative leader once everybody comes down pit lane. Unbelievable here through pit strategies how this all plays out. As Kenny's in the wall back here. Unbelievable. As he's right behind Lucas, and now you have Carrier following Underwood here into turn 3.
Yeah, this is a great battle right here. You're going to want to keep that clean air, as Dylan Carrier's doing as everything he can to try and get in front of that 77. But right now, Chris Stange is, provisional P2, and Matthew Wood is provisional P1 at the moment. You can see him, he's P2 right now. The 13 still looking like he's on track. Does that sound right? Let's try to find him right now. Oh, he's coming off of pit road right now. Where's Matthew Wood? Oh, he's into turn 3 right now. So this is your leader at the moment. Matthew Wood out front with a good lead over P2 of Chris Stange, which has a great lead over P3 of Brian Underwood. This is huge.
That just goes to show how important tires are here at this track, and that one extra lap on pit road before the guys that were leading this race means, as he's got a big gap here over the 77 of Underwood. who was the leader before the pit sequence. This is a big game-changing moment of this race. Can Underwood put something together here? He's been the dominant truck. Can he run back down your race leader, Matthew Wood, who is seeking 4 races in a row here in the PSARL Truck Series?
That's a tall order, Jay, to make up that much ground and not burn off your tires as these guys continue to burn fuel. Remember, a little bit more of a push situation when you burn more fuel as these trucks become lighter. Not a lot of weight hitting the ground here, but Chris Stange, dude, what a great run he has had so far in this 29 truck. You found him in the top 10, actually 10th place at the stage, just barely getting a point there, now finding himself in P2. What a great run so far.
Yeah, unbelievable. It was my pick at the top of the race show, and he is doing exactly what he needs to do right now. Had a great pit sequence here, was able to get in front of Underwood as well. So now he's in a position here where if he can just put together some good laps, maybe the truck is coming to him a little bit. Maybe he's got the long run pace figured out. Maybe he can run back down the 16 truck here and put his name at the front of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Just overall a great run by the 29 so far. The 16, though, still out front, leading this field at the moment. You can see on the left-hand side, Matthew doing a great job to hold out front. 1.3 seconds between himself and Chris Stange, and then 1.1 seconds between Chris Stange and Brian Underwood. Excuse me, as Brian Underwood now continues to increase that gap between himself and the 54 of Dylan Carrier.
Yeah, as it's looking like it's starting to string out a little bit here with everybody having different pace here at the beginning of this run with fresher tires. Looks like Underwood is closing this gap to Stange as he's gapping the 54 of Carrier. This 77 truck may be a factor here towards the end of this race. He's been so fast tonight, and now he's going to have to play a little bit of catch-up here to get back to the front of this field after doing such a phenomenal job controlling the front of the field earlier.
Now we got a little bit of a battle here between Jason Kinney and the 15 of McDonald now going into turn 3 side by side. Remember, these guys got decently fresh tires at the moment as Jason Kinney does relent that position to the 15 off of turn 4 now. The 15 of McDonald holding on to that position, or excuse me, this is Romano. Benjamin Romano. We've been calling this guy wrong this whole time. My bad. He is actually 1 lap down. Jason Kinney is your P5 position at the moment. So he's just holding on to that top 5 right there. And here's the 6 truck of Bryant Lucas at the moment, going through turns 1 and 2. That's Josh Kreider off of turn 2 now, currently P7. Here's Michael McDonald, and that number 16, currently P21, 1 lap down. Jordan Hand, P8. Nathan Brookover, P9. Thomas Horvath, that's your top 10 at the moment. We got the 69 of Jordan Kreider. We got all these guys really battling for that top 10 position at coming off of turn 4. So we'll continue to monitor these guys as they continue to duke it out.
Yeah, as these guys are under a blanket right here. This is for the back half of the top 10, trying to get into this top 10. Horvath and Kreider. Look at Jordan Kreider up to the outside, trying to get a run here on the 04 of Horvath, who made his debut last week with a phenomenal P2 run. He's trying to hold on to that position over Kreider now. As Burbage is back there, Gaston. Oh, it looks like he's at Behringer. Might have made some wall contact there as Danny White was looking to the inside down the backstretch. These guys are duking it out back here, trying to get to the top 10.
Yeah, absolutely. 72, Jonathan Gaston, your season opening winner here off of turn 4, coming under attack by the 19 right now. And the 79 of Danny White coming across the start-finish line. Looks like the 19 might make a move here. The 79 looking to the outside of the 19. Not going to make anything happen here going into turn 1, though, as the 72 does take that middle lane, as the 19 does take a little bit of an upper lane, but moving down to the middle lane. Now off of turn 2, these guys are duking it out as we've got just a little bit more racing to go. Lap 62 right now.
Yeah, we've got about 39 laps to go in this race here at Auto Club. As you see the 27 losing a little bit of time here to Horvath. As we're going to go back to the lead, it looks like Underwood got by the 29 exchange. This is unbelievable. Underwood has found some pace in this truck, and he has moved up to P2 now. Stange back to P3, and now Carrier. He's trying to reel in the 29 of Stange for that podium position.
Yeah, the 54 is pretty strong here as well. We'll see the 54 as he continues through turns 3 and 4. Try to get back to the rear bumper of the 29 and try to take over that P3 position. But right now, Chris Stange I guess just trying to really hold on to the handling of that car at the moment. Maybe not as fast as Brian Underwood right now, but maybe fast enough for that P3 position as they come into turn 1 now. He's going to have that 54 knocking on his door here pretty soon. It's going to be a close one now through turns 1 and 2 as the 54 just continues to suck up closer to the rear bumper of the 29.
Yes, he's got this gap cut down to about a car length now here down the backstretch. Carrier was looking to the inside lane the last time by in turns 1 and 2. Now in turns 3 and 4 this time. Stange is going to take it to the bottom. Carrier's also going to take it maybe a lane off the bottom, try to gain a little bit more ground, carry that momentum off of 4. He's not going to be able to close the gap any more than he did down the back straightaway. Maybe lost a little bit of a gap here. He's going to try and use the draft across the front stretch. He's going to try and maybe make a move here. He's going to go back up to the outside, use that draft here into turns 1 and 2. Go a lane down below the 29, try to find some clean air as he tries a challenge here off of turn 2. Yeah, what a move there by the 54 of Carrier. Moving up to P3, back on the podium. Is Stange back to P4 now. As now you see another group of cars behind these guys maybe trying to run them down. The 30 of Kinney looked like he was having a challenge here from, I believe that's the 16 of McDonald to the inside. Oh, his Kinney is a little squirrely there through the trial, but it looks like the 16 side by side here into turn 1. He's to the inside of Kinney. This is for P6. Can he make the move? He's going to maybe clear him here off of turn 2. He's going to do it. Unbelievable move by McDonald. Now he's up to P6. Kinney back to P7. Yeah, it's now Kreider. He's trying to make his way back up to the front of this field as well. He had maybe not the pit stop he wanted or the cycle he wanted. Lost a lot of time to Underwood in the 77, who he pitted with. As now you see Lucas back there as well. He pitted with Matthew Wood. So these guys are in a different situation compared to the guys they pitted around, as they're going to go down into turn 1 now, as you got a little bit of a group up there. It looks like Stange is going to get a challenge here from the 15 truck off of turn 2. McDonald's going to try and clear them all here. Unbelievable as he's trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way here, as we got the 15 all over the rear bumper of Stange here, looking for somewhere to go. Yeah, as these lab trucks are really making it difficult here for Kenny. He's maybe going to take it to the inside of the 15 truck here this time through 3 and 4. Kenny stays side by side. He's not going to be able to. It's not what he wanted there off of turn 4. Is now it looks like Stange is really struggling here. We've got multiple cars surrounding him, but they are closing this gap to the 54 of Carrier. Carrier who just got by Stange. Maybe losing some time now as we got a whole blanket of cars here battling for these positions in the top 5. As now Kreider might be closing in on this battle as we are leaving turn 2 now. Stange to hold that position. He gets sideways. Yeah, this is real tight here as Kenny is going to go a little bit higher off the bottom than the 29 of Stange. Stange is going to use up a lot of tracker on exit. Kenny's going to drive right to the bumper. He's going to take it to the inside. We might have some side-by-side action. Now, oh, it's Kreider was there. He tried to get to the outside. It wasn't going to happen. He got squirrely sideways trying to save it. Kreider's going to split the needle, thread the needle. He's going to send it to the inside of Stange. Now we're looking at 3 wide. Kenny to the bottom. Kreider in the middle, Stange on the outside. This is unbelievable here off of turn 2.
Stange into the wall. He's going sideways back into the wall. He saves it. Keep it straight. Unbelievable. Wow, the battling we just witnessed, and it all goes away for the 29 truck of Chris Stange. Unbelievable. Here comes Brian Lucas once again to the rear bumper of the 30 truck of Jason Kinney. Jason Kinney, though, not really making up. Is that Brian Underwood? That's Brian Underwood. He's coming down pit lane.
Wow. Might be the final pit stop of the race here to set you up to the checkered, as we have only 28 laps to go. So maybe the undercut move here on the 16 of Wood. Just play the card, Uno reverse card on the 16. Try and get back in front of him through pit sequences again. This is unbelievable as strategy's playing out here. As Wood maybe heading down pit lane this time by to match the 77 of Underwood.
He has to. He has to come down pit lane to stay relevant, and he does. He's coming down pit lane now. We'll see what the other drivers do. The 54, he stays out. Dylan Carrier stays out on track. Jason Kinney staying out on track as well. Here comes the 5 and the 6. Josh Kreider, Brian Lucas, and now here comes the rest of the pack down the front straightaway and into turn 1. We'll see Jordan Hand now up to P3. Thomas Horvath is into P4. Landon Burbridge P5. That's your top 5 at the moment as these guys continue to duke it out as pit cycles happen.
Yeah, as now we got a whole group of cars here. Are we going to see some mass pit stops? You see Stange there on the bottom. After that damage really affecting him, I don't know if he made his pit stop yet or not. Looks like he may have, because he's got a lot of pace there on the bottom to fix that damage. Let's see who hits the pit road this time. It looks like Horvath in the 04.
Oh, the 54! Kinney! T-boned! Oh, no!
No!
Kinney, huge damage to the front end of that truck. Lots of damage to the left side of the 54. Oh, no, it is falling apart. These guys are going to have to take their quick repairs now. We'll see if the 30 truck or the 54 still have one available as they get into pit road. It looks like the 30 truck does take his quick repair. Let's see what the 54 does.
Unbelievable here. As we see a couple guys that were running inside the top 5 have incident on pit entry. Now it's going to change the complexion of this race here, as it looks like the 16 of Wood and Underwood have both made their pit stops. It looks like Underwood is still behind Matthew Wood on the relative to the lead. Unbelievable. Even through the undercut, Matthew Wood was able to hold on to the lead. As we are on board here with Hand, who is currently still got to make a pit stop. As you see Horvath leaving pit road now, and you see Kreider behind him, Jordan Kreider leaving pit road with him as well, as they are trying to blend back out on track through this pit sequence.
Yep, we'll see what the 3 truck now, or does now, going through turns 3. Hey, you gotta make a pit stop soon. You have to stay relevant in this race. And it looks like he is not gonna do it. Landon Burbridge is not gonna do it either. That's P12 on track right now. Let's see where P3 is. That's Nathan Brookover right there. Right now, P3 at the moment. Nathan Williams is... let's see, P4, there he is, William Connolly. Here's the battle for P4 at the moment. Here comes Dylan Carrier on those fresh tires. Watch him just go right around the outside here off of turn 2. Just blast by those guys. Blew the doors right off of them. And here's that battle, though. That's for P4.
Yeah, as this battle continues on, this might not be a bad strategy by those guys leading that haven't made a pit stop yet. We have seen cautions through pit sequences through this season, as now it looks like Williams and Connolly are gonna head down pit lane.
Oh, caution!
Williams!
Caution!
Oh, that's why I just jinxed it. Announcer's jinx.
Wow, what a huge break these guys have just gotten. Jason Kinney, though, he was involved in that. We got to rewind and see what happened here with this 30 truck. Oh, no. He just took his quick repair, too. Let's see if we can
heads up driving there by Williams does not head down pit lane.
Yes, absolutely. There's the 30 truck just way loose in the middle of the corner. Almost. He saves it. Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
He does save it.
That's twice tonight. This guy, man, he is on a saving mission here. Just keeping the car out of the wall, keeps it going. Unfortunate there for a couple of these drivers, though. Matthew Wood, Underwood, who've been leading and dominating this race. Unbelievable turn of events.
Let's look at this heads-up driving. I really want to see this from the cockpit. Oh, he might have saw Jason Kinney spinning there.
Yeah. Oh, that was unbelievable. What? I mean, to be aware, to see the guy wrecking in front of you while you're trying to aim for your mark for pit road entrance. Unbelievable awareness there by Nathan Williams in the 13 truck. Could that be a winning move? As it's going to play in the favor here of Jordan Hand and Landon Burbridge and Nathan Brookover. I was mentioning that if they could maybe stay out here, maybe banking on a caution, it wasn't a bad strategy. And then the caution flies. Unbelievable.
Absolutely. Let's see. Dylan Carrier is 1 lap down. Jordan Kreider, Thomas Horvath. Thomas is your first car 1 lap down. As you can see those guys getting their laps back now. Farrell Robbins now classified as P6. A great run so far for him. And let's see. Matthew Wood is back up to P6. He's not going to pit this time. He just took some tires, so he's going to stay out. But here's the question, Jay. On those 5-lap-old tires that these guys have, how much of a difference is it going to make versus fresh, brand new Goodyear sticker tires?
I think it's going to make a big difference. I think these guys that just pitted with these 5-lap fresher tires are going to have a huge advantage, especially as the run goes down and the fuel starts to drop. We've noticed it all night long. Once the fuel load goes up, the crossway on these trucks go up, these handling gets a little tighter, and that will leave the option open for these guys that maybe can have a little bit quicker car right there at the end. If they can get through this restart, stay close enough and in touch with the leaders, maybe they can get the job done. But the task is hard in front of them. Matthew Wood, Brian Underwood have been so good tonight at controlling the front of the field once they've been there. So that's a hard task to try to get by those 2 dominant trucks here tonight.
Yes, absolutely. That is true. All right. Looks like the 16 is relative leader at the moment. We're going to be able to watch these guys in the next restart versus those fresh tires. It's going to be extremely interesting to see how much those newer tires mean here at Auto Club.
Yeah, as it looks like the lights are out, so we're going to get a restart here with, I believe, 18 to go, maybe 17 to go. 19 to go, or it'll be 18 to go once we get this restart. Left in this race, a little bit of a shootout here to the finish. We're going to have Matthew Wood on the inside, Underwood on the outside, Kreider, Stange, who is back in contention with the wall contact. That caution actually played into his favor as well, having to make that early pit stop and repair that damage. And the Jordan Hand and Burbage on the new tires with Brookover as well. Grayson Lucas up here in the battle as well, up here in P5. This is going to be interesting. A little bit of an 18-lap shootout to the checkered here, Tom.
Maybe a little bit of a momentum there by the 6 truck. Had a great run last week, coming out here to Auto Club now and finding himself in the top 5. What a great run so far by him as well. But all eyes are on the 16 coming down the back straightaway. He is going to be leading this field to green. Remember, 3 in a row for this guy. We'll see what he can do now against these fresh tires. All right, off of turn 4, we'll watch the pace truck come off the racing surface, down onto pit road. Then the control goes to the 16 truck. Green flag will be out in the air here soon with the PSCRL truck guys as they get into the restart zone, and the green flag is out in the air. The 16 getting a pretty decent jump over the 77. The 3 truck of Jordan Hand almost taking it 3 wide there. Now going into turn 1. We're side by side for P2. Brian Underwood on the outside. Josh Kreider on the inside. Kreider getting help from the 6. Underwood getting help from the 29 as the 5 truck, he goes to the P2 position in front of Brian Underwood coming down the back straightaway now. There's a battle here between the 29 and the 6.
Yeah, unbelievable restart here by Kreider as now Underwood's going to shove him here into turn 3. Wood's going to take it to the bottom. He's going to leave the outside open for Kreider. That's not expected at all, but he's not going to be able to do anything with it. As now Wood's going to hold the lead. Kreider's going to draw right up to the rear bumper. A little bit of bumper business here down the front stretch. He's going to elect to push Wood here into turn 1. You got these 3 guys pushing for all they're worth here. 17 laps to go.
Down into turn 1, the 16 going all the way down to the apron. The 5 truck going to middle lane. The 77 one up from him. Off of turn 2 now. The 5 truck still behind the 16. Maybe get a little help here from the 77 as the 6 and the 3 now go side by side for P5 at the moment. Going into turn 3, the 5 truck still all over the rear bumper of the 16 of Wood. Joshua Kreider trying to make something happen here off of turn 4.
Yeah, Kreider still using that bumper business, but he's looking to the inside. He's going to take it to the bottom. Underwood's going to come with him. We're side by side across the line. Wood and Kreider. Underwood's going to shove Wood here, or Kreider into turn 1. Wood's going to try to hang it on the outside. Underwood looking to the inside. It looks like Kreider's going to take the lead here. Does he clear Wood off of turn 2? He does. Move Kreider up to the lead.
Now coming off of turn 2, it's Underwood coming down the back straightaway, side by side, classic drag race. Wood is going to make that P2 position his, as the 29 now is going to challenge for that P3 position with Brian Underwood off of turn 4 now. The 29 makes it stick, side by side now for P3 across the start-finish line now. Chris Stange trying to make something happen going into turn 1. We'll see what he does now.
We got 15 laps to go here at Auto Club. As now Stange is going to drive it down there on the bottom as hard as he can. He might get side by side here with Kreider. Oh, with 3 wide off of turn 2. Unbelievable. As now Underwood's going to push Stange. Matthew Wood's got no help on the outside. Burbage is up here in the mix on those fresh tires. Hands on the bottom with the fresh tires. With 3 wide again here into turn 3.
Hand all the way down to the bottom. Remember, he has the freshest tires of this whole pack right now. He's got Landon Burbage behind him with all the help in the world there. It's going to be a tough battle here with these guys. 3 wide still down the front straightaway and into turn 1. They're squeezing each other. They're bumper banging. They're door banging. Almost 4 wide there for a minute as Jordan Hand now comes off of turn 2. He's leading this race. New leader, the 3 truck Jordan Hand.
What are we witnessing? This is absolutely insane here down the backstretch. We're 3 wide. We are 2 rows of 3 wide here. Into turn 3, his hand is leading this race. Gonna block all 3 lines, take it to the bottom. Burbage on the inside. As you see the 29 is stage still using up the inside or the middle lane, trying to make something work. But here comes Underwood on the outside, trying to push Kreider across the line. We got 13 laps to go here at Auto Club. Who's gonna make it happen?
Down into turn 1, still 3 wide for P2. That's a 2 truck. Landon Burbridge all the way on the inside with those fresh sticker Goodyears, trying to make something happen. It looks like he does. He's going to clear the 29 off at turn 2. Down the back straightaway now. He's still trying to make it happen. He's losing a little bit of ground now to the outside cars, but going into turn 3, remember that 3 truck has all the clean air in the world. He's able to use that truck wherever he needs it, and he wants these guys to battle behind him, to burn up their tires. The 77's in the wall. They're still 3 wide. Coming across the start finish line. This battle is so intense, I can't even handle it.
This is unbelievable. Now Burbage has cleared himself all the way up to P2 now. Can he get to the inside of Hand? Hand's going to play defensive, take it to the bottom. He's not going to let Burbage get to the inside. Kreider's still working on that outside, but here comes Nathan Williams. Oh, Kenny's sideways. Kenny is going to save it again. The hat trick for Kenny. He saves it again. Unbelievable. Down here into turn 3, Hand continues to lead. Burbage, he's going to try and drive it in as deep as he can here on the bottom. He's going to try and drop right up to the bumper here off of turn 4.
Off at turn 4 now, the 3 truck is out front, leading this race with teammate behind him, Landon Burbridge, trying to give him all the push he can to get away from this mess behind him. Right now, though, it's Josh Kreider in P3. It's the 13 of Nathan Williams trying to challenge that P3 position as he goes to the inside with all that damage on the left side of that truck. You just know that truck is extremely fast. A lot of wall contact there. Brian Underwood trying to make something happen. He can't. Going into turn 3 now. Here comes Chris Stage. He's on the outside. He's looking for vengeance. He's trying to get back up to the front. Nathan Williams, though, still on the inside of Josh Kreider off at turn 4. Can't make it happen. Still side by side. Coming across the start finish line now.
Digga Boys 10 to go here at Auto Club as Jordan Hand is leading over the 2 of Burbage, but we got a big pack of cars battling for the podium here at Auto Club. Kreider on the outside, Williams still working that inside line over. Now Connolly's in the mix. Connolly's gonna try and push Kreider down the backstretch. He's gonna give him as much of a shove as he can to try and push that outside line forward. But look at Brookover's on the wall. He's wall riding. Oh, unbelievable here in a turn 3. He's gonna get off the wall and continue on here, but he's gonna lose a lot of time as now Connolly's gonna continue to push Kreider across the line. Stage is looking to the bottom. This is unbelievable. We got 9 laps to go here.
Whoa, Chris Stage holding on to that truck, coming up to the wall. He does as he continues to ride behind the 13. Oh, almost a little bit of contact there between the 77 and the 29. The 77 had to lift to make sure he wasn't part of the problem there as the 29 continues to go forward. Oh, a big move by the 79 there with Danny White. He holds it straight, going back up to the front now. That's the 3 truck of Jordan Hand, still leading this race off of turn 4 now. We got just about 8 laps to go across the line.
Yeah, 8 laps to go this time across the line, but Connolly has gotten by Kreider in the 5. Unbelievable move, Connolly up to a podium position. Williams is going to go up to the outside trying to push Kreider. These guys have a lot of work ahead of them if they're going to catch those front 2 on those fresher tires. We just knew that was going to be a factor in this race with the way the caution flew, but now Connolly is going to gap the 5 of Kreider now. He's going to pull a little bit of a distance. Oh, those are the wall. Is that lighter back there on the wall? Unbelievable. He's going to continue on. His Horvat's going to look to the inside. This is unbelievable as Burbage is looking to the inside of the leader Hand.
Now coming off of turn 4, maybe Burbage looking to make his move for the lead of this race, but on his teammate, Jordan Hand. Now coming across the start finish line, he's still staying very loyal to his teammate, sticking to the rear bumper. We'll see in the coming laps what that 2 truck decides to do. Now he's taking a different line into turn 1, all the way down to the apron. The 2 truck goes, and the 3 truck still holding on to the middle of that corner there off of turn 2. Now the 3 truck still getting a lot of time now between himself and P2 at the moment. William Connolly up into P3 as he makes that gap even larger between himself and Nathan Williams.
Contact! The 5 is in the wall, the 27's in the wall.
Oh, here it is!
With Horvath! Unbelievable! Big crash back here, Kreider!
Oh!
He makes contact with Farrell Robbins! Big collision!
Oh no, Josh Kreider trying to make it happen here tonight. Not going to be able to. I believe the caution, yes, the caution is out between the 5 truck, Thomas Horvath, Farrell Robbins. A lot that happened there. Jay picked it out. He saw it happen. Let's go back and see what happened to the 5 truck coming down the back straightaway. Oh,
we got
bad push.
Checked up a little bit, got contact there from the 29 up into the 27, came back down and collects the 4. Oh no.
Nathan's in it. Farrell Robbins, huge hit by that 12 truck. In fact,
Oh man.
we should go back.
On board with the 12 for sure of Farrell Robbins. See what he saw.
Off of turn 2 now.
As he doesn't see anything yet. You can see the little bit of contact there with Brooke over, and you see the 5 make contact into the wall. Go to the inside, you're fine. Oh, right in his lap comes Kreider. Unfortunate for Farrell Robbins here.
Yeah, terrible string of events that happened for Farrell Robbins. We'll go back up to the front here, or try to. We got some people making pit stops. This might be the right call here, Jay. This is a good
agree.
call.
Yeah, I agree. If you're outside the top 10 or right on the fringe of the top 10, why not? You saw how fast the 3 and the 2 were on those 5-lap fresher tires. Now this is going to give you about 10, 12, or 15 laps of fresher tires. It's going to be like you're going to have a rocket ship out here.
Yes, absolutely. But it looks like nobody really within the top 10 have pitted. We still got Jordan Hand, Landon Burbridge out front, William Connolly, Nathan Williams in P4, and then that's Matthew Wood right there in P5. That's a good recovery there, especially for that ill-timed caution for him.
Yeah, lost a little bit of time there. He was behind a lot of that 3-wide action, got shuffled out from the lead. Let's see if maybe he can find some on this restart. We know how good he is on restarts. He's proven it all season long. He's going to be restarting within the top 5 on the bottom line. That's the line you want to be in, because that outside line has not shown the strength on restarts tonight. Maybe he can find a little bit of something, make it 3 wide into turn 1, and find himself back to the front of this field. It's going to be interesting. A lot of contenders up here at the front of the field. We got Connolly's back in the mix. He's going to be closer. Williams kind of came out of nowhere there on that last run. But the lights are out on the pace track. I believe we're going to get a restart with about 4 laps to go, maybe 3 laps to go. It'll be 3 laps to go once we get the green.
A great opportunity here for these guys to advance the position that they are currently in to try to gain some more points. Chris Stange there, though. What a great run he's had, too. Back up to the top 6. We'll hopefully see that 29 up there. But look, let's try and find one of the first drivers here that came down pit road. That's Bryant Lucas on the outside. Bryant Lucas, the first car with some fresh tires. They might be too far back here to make something happen. But look, you don't know what's going to happen here. With 3 laps to go on this restart, anything can happen.
Yeah, 100%. We could see another caution. Maybe some of the leaders get involved. That moves Lucas up a little bit closer to the front. Anything can happen here. I'm ready for this restart. Everybody, get your snacks. Get ready to go. We're going to go green flag racing. 3-lap shootout here to decide it.
Absolutely. A little bit of something to look at here. Jordan Hand elects to use the outside lane on this restart. We'll see how that works out for him. It's a little bit different than what we've seen throughout the race, but it might work out for him. But here we go. Nathan Williams behind the 3 truck. William Connolly behind the 2 truck. And we'll see what it battles out to be who the winner is here at Auto Club tonight. Green flag out in the air, and the 3 truck gets a great jump. The 2 truck already up to the top side behind his teammate, blocking Nathan Williams to try and help him. Now coming into turn 1, we single file for the first 3 cars. Matthew Wood on the outside of the 16 trying to make something happen there. William Connolly on the inside, not really going anywhere there. Brian Underwood still on the inside, elects to go to the outside, shuts the door on Chris Stage. Now coming into turn 3, it's only going to heat up.
Wow, I'm surprised that the 2 didn't take it to the bottom there with the momentum and the shove that he got from the 13, but he's not going to be able to get to the rear bumper of the 3. We're coming to get 2 laps to go this time at the line, as we're going to see these front 2 continue to push each other, but Wood is going to push Williams here into turn 1, as they're going to be on the charge here towards the front of the field into turn 1. Burbage to the inside.
Inside the 2 truck on the 3 truck, going through turns 1 and 2 now. It looks like the 2 truck's not going to make it happen. He slips right behind the 3 truck of Jordan Hand. Wood back there still battling it out with Connolly, and the 13 of Williams back there going into turn 3 now. The 2 truck does look like he's going to shove his nose on the inside of the 3 truck, but it's not going to make it happen. Off at turn 4 now, that 3 truck, Jordan Hand, about to see the white flag.
White flag is in the air one more time around here at Auto Club as Burbage looked to the inside, didn't make it happen. He's going to go back to the inside, sends it in here on the final lap into turn 1. Can he keep the momentum rolling? His hands on the outside, Burbage on the inside. Oh, maybe contact is made. It's going to lose the momentum of the 2 truck. The 3 truck's going to pull away a little bit here. Does anybody have anything for him? We see wall contact back there. Stage is sideways. Hand's got a pretty big gap here into turn 3 for the final time. It looks like he's going to be able to do it after incident. Contact with the wall on lap 1. He recovers. Plays the strategy to perfection tonight. Jordan Hand is going to win here at Auto Club and lock himself into the playoffs.
Unbelievable. What a run by that 3 truck of Jordan Hand. Teammate Landon Burbage coming in P2. William Connolly rounding out a great night here at Auto Club in P3.
Unbelievable race. Unbelievable. We said it at the top. We're going to see 3-4 wide racing. We saw all of that action here tonight. Unbelievable. As you see Connolly and Underwood, maybe a little bit of a congratulatory door donut there to the 25 for his podium finish. Unbelievable racing here tonight. Unbelievable.
Absolutely. We're going to go into our Dash for Cash segment right now. You can see who was in the hunt. And it looks like Jordan Hand, the winner of the race tonight, is also going to get $50. The Casper Premium Dash going to Jordan Hand. $50 in his pocket.
Wow, what a good night that is for Hand. Had to drive through so many cars, and I think he passed the most cars on the track. Unbelievable job he did tonight, and then takes home the Casper Premium Dash, $50 richer tonight, and a trophy, the dub here in the PSCRL, and a ticket to the playoffs. Unbelievable night here for Jordan Hand.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go ahead, Jay. Let's bring down some of our podium finishers. We'll start off with William Connolly. If I can find him. Oh, there he is. William, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, fellas. How are you doing?
Wow, I am burning up right now by the amount of broadcasting that we just had to do right now. What an intense race!
Oh, it got insane there at the end.
Absolutely.
A full race of ups and downs the whole way. It was pretty good.
Yes, it was. You found yourself there in the top 10 for most of the race there, but at the end, when it really counted, we got that kind of ill-timed caution for some. Maybe not for you, but you really capitalized on that. What were you feeling when you saw that caution?
Oh man, Nathan and I were about to go into the pits. We were right at the entrance, and we hard turned right to get out of there as soon as we saw the spin on the front stretch. we were so far behind because of the first pit stops. We all missed our pit boxes, so we were so far behind. But that just put us back in the game, and like I said, ups and downs.
Yes, absolutely it was. Now, coming through that last restart there, the green white checkered sort of deal. What was your plan? What were you thinking you were able to do with the car that you were driving at the time? Did you feel like you could get back up there to the 3 and the 2 truck and kind of give them a run for their money?
The 3 and the 2, we both pit the same time. It wasn't them. I guess the whole plan was to get past the traffic that had worse tires, and so I just ripped the bottom the whole way around, and it was like 3 wide for laps after laps. It felt like, and it was just slow. And then by the time I got into the front and clean air, they were too far checked out. If I had like 5 more laps, I think I could have done it, but I didn't have 5 more laps, so that's it.
Absolutely. Well, look, you survive a crazy race first off, and then you finish P3. A great run by you and your team tonight in that number 25 Toyota Tundra. Congratulations on your podium finish. Jay, that's all I got for William here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, William, what an amazing job you did tonight. What a great drive. The show of perseverance it took to get back to the podium, especially with the circumstances going on there through the pit sequences. But who do you have to thank for this performance tonight?
I want to thank Nathan. He said, let's stay out for as long as we can. And right when he said, "Oh, let's pit," he pointed it out and was like, "Turn right now." So we got out of there. So I want to thank him, because without him, we would have been near the end of the pack.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations once again, William Connolly. A great run tonight. Lots of great driving by you and your team. And look, we hope to see you in the next one.
All right, guys. Thank you.
That was your P2 finisher for tonight. We'll go ahead and go to... Or P3, sorry. We'll go ahead and go to our P2 finisher for tonight, Landon Burbridge. Landon, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Wow, Landon, what a race you had there. You... look, you had a fast truck. You just really didn't find your position there that you really wanted. But you got that caution towards the end of the race. You stayed out with your teammate Jordan Hand, and you find yourself in the prime position to go out there and race for a win. What was going through your head when you saw that caution come out?
Man, I just knew I was in a good position, because after I've already lapped all those cars, I was trying to save fuel during the green run, and I mean, it was just amazing, man. This is like one of the best finishes I've got all season yet, because I missed a race, and then I knew it was green from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, at the end there, we saw a little bit of battling between you and Jordan Hand. Did Jordan say anything to you? Did he tell you to race me? Did he tell you just give me a chance or something like that?
I mean, he said I can race him as hard as he wants, but he's not going to give me that position. So, I mean, I kind of thank him for that, because it was definitely a challenge to try to beat him to the line. But I mean, not everybody wins all the time, and I'm just glad I got a top 5 out of this, and this was definitely a really good race, especially when we were going 3 wide.
Yeah.
At the start finish, that was crazy, man.
Yeah, we watched it go 3 wide for almost 3 laps there, just consistently 3 wide for almost 3 rows deep, consistently 2 rows deep. But that was just some crazy on-track action that we got to witness tonight, thanks to the drivers on track. But yeah, congratulations on your P2 finish tonight, Jay. That's all I got for Landon here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, Landon, congratulations on your drive tonight. I mean, just wow. That was so much fun to watch. You did a fantastic job. Who do you have to thank for your performance tonight?
I just want to thank my team owner, Josh Kreider, and obviously Jordan Hand, and Nathan Williams, Brian Underwood, and all of them just for being a part and just working as a team to get me in this top 2 position right here. And yeah, man, I appreciate everybody watching. This was a blast race.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again on your P2, Landon. It's great seeing you up here in the booth, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Thank you so much, man. Y'all have a good night.
You too. All right, that was your P2 finisher for tonight. Let's just go ahead and bring up your race winner. That's the 3-truck Jordan Hand. Jordan, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, look, I'm going to ask you the same question I've asked everybody so far because it's such an important part of this race. What was going through your head in that ill-timed caution for some, but amazing caution for others, and you found yourself out front?
I was freaking out, man. It was great. I told Landon, I was like, we're going to stay out as late as possible because in my mind, if there was a late caution, I mean, we'd have fresher tires than everybody else, but I didn't think about being the only people to stay out. I know there was a couple other guys, I think, but man, well, I'll take that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we were watching it, and Jay and I both, we said this changes the whole complexion of the race. It's incredible that there was still some cars out on track that haven't pitted. It just completely benefited those the most. And you found yourself in that position, and you really just capitalized. You came in there for fresh tires, you come back out, you survive all of the carnage out front. You and Landon really just helped each other grab that gap between second and third. And then we saw a little of a race between teammates there. What did you tell Landon when it was just 2, maybe even white flag lap, and it was just you two guys?
Well, I told him, when that last caution came out, I said, man, let's just try to gap him. Yeah, I said, let's just pull away, and then we just race it out in the last lap. Because I knew, at the draft, you're going to catch up and be on my bumper. So, and he was down for it, and it just worked out great. I saw him drive it in real hard, and I knew I had it, to be honest with you. So, off of 2 there. But, man, I'm just glad it was him. He's a great racer. He's young. He's learning a ton. He's improved so much. A lot more patient than a lot of these other guys out here, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. Well, look, you find yourself in a great position after a great caution for you. You come in, grab those fresh tires, you stay out. During all of this craziness, you find yourself out front. You grab the checker flag, your first win of the season, dethroning Matthew Woods and his streak here in the PSCRL series. Congratulations on your win, Jordan. Jay, that's all I got for the driver of the 3-truck here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, Jordan, what an unbelievable race. I mean, wow, you had to earn it back there after that caution. You had a little bit fresher tires, drove through the field, got to the wave, win the race. Unbelievable battle there with Burbage there on the final lap. But who do you have to thank for your amazing performance here tonight?
All my friends that are watching. I got quite a bit of people actually watching tonight. It's been pretty awesome. I had a lot of text and messages from them, so I want to shout out them. And I got to thank the wife again, man. She lets me practice, and she's just awesome.
Awesome. Well, big shout out here to Jordan Hand's wife. We appreciate you for letting him come out and giving us some great on-track content. Thank you for coming out here and dedicating some time to this PSCRL series and give us some great content to put on YouTube and help us grow our channel. So thank you, Jordan. Congratulations once again on your win, and we hope to see you.
I got one more thing, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, that was a lot better than last week. I didn't even make it like 3 turns last week.
There's a lot of people that could say the same thing.
Hey, I'm just thankful. I normally would be mad at something like that, but I literally just laughed last week. This was a great rebound, and thank God for the drop week. So that didn't even count.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, Jordan. Thank you once again, and congratulations on your P1, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Hey, appreciate it, guys. Take it easy.
Absolutely. All right, Jay, what a race that we got to witness tonight. We saw some just absolutely crazy back and forth, 3-wide racing, everywhere. I mean, you could find it anywhere on track. It didn't have to be at the end of the race. It was the middle of the race. It was the beginning of the race. People trying to just maximize everything they could on track, and we just got this phenomenal, great product tonight.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe this track is gone in IRL. We get to absolutely appreciate it here on iRacing though, and the best iRacers in the business here in the PSCRL Truck Series put this track to a test. They pushed each other to the limits. Unbelievable racing, 3-wide action. We saw Bryant Underwood take the lead early, did a phenomenal job controlling the lanes, controlling the bottom, the top, maintaining the lead. Nobody could really touch him. Nobody could really get up to his bumper to put a challenge to him. Controlled the first half of this race. We saw Jason Kinney tonight go for the hat trick on saves. I mean, unbelievable wheel talent tonight by him. Unbelievable driving there. I still can't believe he saved a couple of those there tonight. And then we saw pit sequences in the second half of this race really change the complexion of it. We saw Matthew Wood, the guy seeking 4 in a row, your points leader, the guy to beat on a weekly basis. He takes the lead through pit sequences. Looks like it's his race to control. And then we see a couple guys play a little bit of long game, stay out a little longer than maybe they wanted to, or maybe they were trying something different. Caught the caution perfectly, got fresher tires toward the end, benefited your top two tonight, Jordan Hand, Landon Burbage. And they had to drive not only through those couple of cars through that pit sequence on that restart with about 20 to go. They did that, got to the lead, controlled the lead, and then had one heck of a battle there at the end of the race. Landon Burbage gave it all he could, but Jordan Hand was the guy to beat tonight at the end of this race. Unbelievable. Gets his first win of the season. I think we see many more this season to come as well for that driver. Unbelievable race. Unbelievable. 3-4 wide racing like we called at the top. Pit strategy thrown in there. A little bit of cautions. A lot of saves. Unbelievable action. You can't get it anywhere else but right here on the PSCRL Truck Series League and on the Dega Boys broadcasting channel here on YouTube, the premium hub for motorsports. Unbelievable.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. Another great race in the books here at Auto Club with the PSCRL series. Look, we've got just a buttload more races with these guys, and it's only going to get better. We're going to go dirt racing. We're going to go more road course racing with these guys. We're going back super speedway racing, and then we're going straight into the playoffs. Make sure you guys stay tuned. It is only going to get better. But let's just go ahead and wind down this broadcast. Thank you to everybody who came out, commented, liked, subscribed to our channel. It means so much to us. Man, has our channel just absolutely blown up. Wow. Incredible.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who has been a part of this Dega Boys ride. It's just been it's been phenomenal. So thank you to everybody. If you guys want to be part of the channel, make sure you guys go hit our join button on our YouTube channel. Become a member. You get some nice, sweet, awesome perks. You come and broadcast a race with us. Come and be with us on our podcast. Get some sweet merch if you use that Ultimate membership, Ultimate Diehard membership. That's a pretty cool deal right there. Josh Kreider, our first one. I got to give a shout out to that guy. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Dallas Seward as well. Can't leave out our first member, the OGs. But look, I got a lot to talk about, but I'm gonna hand it off to Jay here. Jay, why don't we talk a little bit about our podcast side? What we got coming up for the Dega Boys channel?
Yes. Before I get to the podcast, I want to talk about the watch party tomorrow. Fingers crossed, weather stay away, do your rain dance. But if the race goes on tomorrow, which is looking a little better radar-wise, we might be able to get it in tomorrow. So tune in right here on this channel for the watch party for the Daytona 500. Here about a little after noon Eastern time, we'll be going live. We're just going to be chilling, hanging out, watching the race with you guys. You pull us up on one screen, pull the race up on the other, and we're just going to get our live reactions. We chill and hang out and chat with you guys in the comment section and just watch racing. And it'll be just as if you were right on the couch next to us having a good time and see who wins this year's Daytona 500. I can't wait for it. And then that leads me to Tuesday. Tuesday is our podcast. We're going to do a full recap show of the entire Daytona 500 weekend. We give you our infamous driver of the week, bonehead move of the week segments. Unbelievable. We've got some great nominees on there already. I mean, if you've been watching some of the races this weekend, it's going to be a blast. You guys got to come join us on Tuesday. Come interact with us on the chat. And also, one more thing. If you want to join our NASCAR Fantasy League, sign up tonight. Get your picks locked in, because once the Daytona 500 goes green, you no longer can enter for that first week, which is going to put you a leg behind if you join later in the season. So join now. Get part of our fantasy. We got a bunch of people in there already. It's just going to be fun. Just playing a little fantasy game. See if we can beat the Dega Boys. It's not that hard. I'm some last Tom, we're awful at it. So, yes. And maybe, just maybe at the end of the year, if someone else wins, maybe a little bit of a prize in store. Who knows? So come join our NASCAR Fantasy and come and have fun with us and do that all season long and interact with that as well.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of cool, fun stuff having there. And it's not going to end. Look, we're going to continue to bring some more fun, cool stuff to bring to you guys. And become a member. Come hang out with us. Be lots of fun. We really appreciate it all. So, make sure you guys follow all of our socials. We've got TikTok, X, Facebook, Patreon. We got lots of cool stuff on there too. Go follow our Discord channel. We got lots of cool stuff in there. Daily updates with newsreels. So make sure you guys go check that out. Through the course of the season, you guys will be seeing the latest and breaking news right there on that channel. Your number one hub for motorsports here, the Dega Boys. YouTube channel, Discord, Twitter, X, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it may be. We're all there. We're all there. So once again, thank you to everybody who came out. Get yourself some sweet merch too. Big Daddy NASCAR. Thank you to everybody who liked, commented, subscribed. It means so much. And this has been Thomas and Jay in the booth for another great PSCRL race. We appreciate you all, and we'll see y'all in the next one.